Another major broadcaster giving us a crime of the week type show. Let's talk about Fox's Alert Missing Persons Unit. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for Alert Missing Persons Unit. This is on Fox, and I think season 1 may have wrapped up already. This premiered in January. They've run 10 episodes. And sometimes it would be twice in a week. The schedule for it was very sort of odd. A lot of times just the one episode, but sometimes they would double up. But in any event, they didn't have an episode this week, which makes me think maybe they were just scheduled for the 10. But in any event, you can catch up if you'd like on Hulu. And no word on whether this is coming back for a season 2 or not. But before we dive into this show, Alert Missing Persons Unit, terrible name, by the way. You just call it Missing Persons Unit. You don't need the alert part. But in any event, thank you for finding this video. Welcome into Dan Reviews It here. I'd love to have you aboard as a subscriber too. So think about subscribing down below there, clicking that notification bell to check out whenever I drop a new video. I try to put one up just about every day, and I've been real good about that so far in 2023. So check all of the TV and movie reviews out, and let's talk about this specific show. Now, the first name that is big that you'll recognize is Jamie Foxx. He's not in the show, but he is a producer, and I believe he co-created it, right? Yeah, with this guy John Eisendrath. Don't know him, but Jamie Foxx, the Oscar-winning actor and singer and comedian, is one of the producers here. So you think, okay, well maybe there'll be some gritty stuff going on. This is really your run of the mill sort of event, event of the week or killer of the week. In this case, it's more like kidnapper of the week kind of a show. There is a bit of a through line as the lead actor, Scott Caan, his character, Jason Grant, is searching for his missing son. But it's him and this Dania Ramirez, who plays Nikki Batista. I was sort of unfamiliar with her, but she's actually done a bunch of different stuff. But her biggest thing was on Lifetime's Devious Maids, which I did not watch, but that was on for like many years. So you may know her from that. Scott Caan is the great James Caan's son, and you probably know him from Hawaii Five-0, the big revival they did of that lasted probably about 10 years on CBS. So he's, no stranger to kind of that, mystery of the week, killer of the week kind of thing. But in any event, this takes place in Philadelphia. So, all right, close to my heart. So we love that. But it's all about the Philadelphia Police Department's Missing Persons Unit, and they're looking for missing people along the way. But really, the through line here is his son and trying to find him. So there's so many of these types of shows, and Fox actually doesn't have too many. The ones that you think of immediately are like the Law and Orders, and then of course CBS has the NCISs and the CSIs and all of that kind of stuff. Fox, every so often they'll put one on. Usually they don't last too long for whatever reason, but this one, if it lasts a long time, I will be shocked. It's very, very average to below average, and part of that is the acting. We can get to that in a second, but some of the lines are so corny. And I know the audience that usually watches these types of shows are older than me, usually in their 50s, 60s, 70s, that watch like NCIS and stuff like that. These shows that stand the test of time for 20 years, and nobody watches them except maybe your grandparents or something, but but they stay on forever, whatever. But we expect some mildly corny dialogue, but more in the case of like a pun here or there about like David Caruso does the pun, takes his glasses off, whatever, it's a case about a blind guy and he says, oh, I guess they didn't see that coming, whatever. That sort of hackneyed, like corny line, okay, we expect it, but this is like the back and forth between the characters is so like either lame or just nobody would say that or just very corny. And so the delivery is even worse by some of these people. This gal, Dania Ramirez, Nikki is her character's name. She is. I didn't watch Devious Maids. Look, maybe it is just this script. Maybe she is just a great actress. I thought she was horrible. And I watched 3 episodes of this. I wanted to give it a fair shake. I try to watch at least 2 episodes, maybe 3, to give you guys, some honest opinions, not just on the pilot episode or whatever. And it almost kept getting worse because at least in the first episode, I was sort of intrigued by the missing son storyline and all right, let's see what we're going to do here and how we're going to move about the cabin. But boy, oh boy, it just kept getting worse as the show went on. Now, I will say, Scott Conn, look, he's an attractive dude and he is a competent actor. I'm not saying he's doing Shakespeare here, but I watched the first couple seasons of Hawaii Five-O when that came on, and I thought he was good. He fills that sort of detective role very well, much like David Caruso, and some of these other people, Mark Harmon, whatever. So he's okay. Again, the lines maybe not great, but he's at least competent enough. But here's what's interesting. I actually sort of thought the cases were kind of interesting. So this is not a good show, and I'm not going to give it a positive grade, but I will say that at least the writers gave us some sort of interesting kind of things in terms of storylines, not necessarily with the characters. Couldn't care less about what was going on with them, in the marriage and all of this. But I will say the cases were interesting enough. Now, I don't watch usually this type of show, so it's also very possible that it's run of the mill there too. But because I don't watch a lot of these shows, I found it a little more intriguing than maybe an NCIS devotee would. But I do think that has to count for something. But the dialogue is so bad, and the acting by specific people is also quite bad. That I cannot recommend this show. And like I said, I'm not even sure season 1 may be over already. And I know my words have enticed you to go watch it. But if you are curious about it, it's on Hulu streaming all 10 episodes here, and maybe there will be more coming up. Maybe there's a season 2 coming. I don't know. But for me, this one just scrapes by here. I give Alert Missing Persons Unit a D+. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.